Konrad's This Week in Auto History.
Well, a friend of mine, Don Hartman, always told me nothing ever changes in the car business. In 1921, the International Motor Company registered the Mack trademark for its 1911 trucks. You know, and the reason I say nothing has changed, it had 28-inch wheels back then. It was all ready for some of the car shows that are going on.
The original donk.
Today, right. In 1926, General Motors officially introduced Pontiac at the New York Motor Show as a companion brand to their modestly priced Oakland line. Soon after, Pontiac sales began to really take off, and it far outsold Oakland. The increasing sales figures led for GM to shut down Oakland in 1932 and focus on their hot new car, Pontiac, thus becoming the only automotive brand mark to survive its parent company. In 1980, Jimmy Carter signed a bill authorizing $1.2 billion in federal loans to save the failing Chrysler Corporation.
That's not Jimmy Carter.
No, but that's Mr. Iacocca, who took the $1.2 billion.
Saved the company.
The big three American car companies had suffered through the 70s as Japanese competitors led by Honda and Toyota outperformed them in quality and price, and to a large degree still do. In 1985, GM launched the Saturn Corporation as a wholly owned but independent subsidiary within General Motors. Saturn, a sporty and affordable plastic-bodied two-door, was their original car. That's the four-door that I pictured there.
We see that.
But the new midsize Saturn sedan also came as a station wagon. Did you ever get either of you two guys ever get a Saturn to drive?
Nope.
My brother-in-law had one. Yeah. They loved it.
Not bad. Very good cars. Very interesting selling technique. They were a one-price car. There was no negotiation. You bought a Saturn for whatever was on the sticker. And then in 1989, Dodge introduced the Viper at the North American International Motor Show. The Viper was a modernized tribute to the classic Shelby Cobra, which won rave reviews by the company, and Dodge delivered a production version in 1992, just 3 years later. Really made history with that car. And then in 1994, Dodge introduced the Neon. And of the Neon, they also had an SRT4 version with a 230 horsepower. Oh, that's the General Motors EV1, the first electric car sold by General Motors. And then the Dodge Neon was after that, next. Okay. Back to you, Don. I thought I sent the pictures correctly, but I need to look up instead of read, right?
Yeah, and there's that.
We got you covered.
Vietnamese automaker VinFast added to its growing list of franchise dealerships in the U.S. as the electric vehicle brand shifts away from its direct sales model in favor of third-party retailers. EV Startup announced 4 independent stores this week: Smith Haven VinFast in St. James, New York; Principal VinFast, Grapevine near Dallas; Hiley VinFast in Fort Worth, and VinFast Wichita in Kansas. The new dealerships are in addition to VinFast's first franchise dealership in the U.S., Leith VinFast in Cary, North Carolina. Leith store is near the site where VinFast is building its first U.S. assembly plant to make electric crossovers that will form the backbone of its lineup.
They won't last long.
Now, Vietnamese. Now, I'm sorry, I don't see that being a long term, but
banh mi and a pho.
They're to be in deep kimchi if they have to recall them.
That's Korean.
Deep kimchi. Mars, did you hear that?
Yes, I
Deep
did.
kimchi.
I'm trying not to say anything.
Number of electric vehicle models eligible for a consumer tax credit as of as much as $7,500 fell sharply as new rules from the Biden administration kicked in on January 1st.
Your tax dollars at work.
Narrower criteria reduced the number of qualifying models to 13 from about 2 dozen. According to federal data from fueleconomy.gov, the new rules exclude from the tax credit vehicles that use battery components made by Chinese manufacturers. All right.
A transfer of wealth. The government taking your money to give it to people to do things they don't want to normally do.
There is that.
Which is buy an electric car.
All right. Time now for a quick break. We'll be right back. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show streaming on podcasting and looking everywhere. It's looking good, and you can find us everywhere. Stay with us. You own a car.